Welcome back, and we were earlier before the break talking about how to prepare our kids spiritually. I was asking Dr. Hossam Dwedar, and he's a human development expert, how to prepare our kids, Dr. Hossam, spiritually and psychologically to receive the holy month on the first place.
On first place, as the age of your kids, you can respond, or you can train them to be spiritually prepared to Ramadan. If they are young, very young, you can bring them the fanous, you can bring them some lightning of Ramadan, some materials for Ramadan materials, and start to tell them stories about Ramadan, about the fasting, about the holy months, about the how to pray during Ramadan. If they are older than 7 or 8 years, as we are going to discuss for the studying kids, they will be 7 years or something like this. It will be post responsibility of the family and the school to prepare all the students or all the kids to have the spiritual relaxation and spiritual feeling of the Holy Ramadan. This spiritual feeling will charge them to receive Ramadan.
To receive them the right way,
yeah.
To receive it the right way. Should we also relate stories of Al-Sahaba or of Prophet Muhammad and how he behaved during the holy month, and the values and virtues of Ramadan, how important on maintaining our virtues, innate virtues of sharing with others, cherishing the beautiful moments together, accepting the other.
Yes, of course, and starting Ramadan with family gathering
very beautiful.
For the first days of Ramadan will be more, effective in charging the spiritual power for your kids. Even taking them to the Islamic places like Al-Hussein, like Sayyidah Zainab, whatever like this, and they just smell the smelling of the spiritual of Holy Ramadan, seeing the Musaharati and something like this will make them feel the power of Ramadan.
Right. What about the most important tips that would help students try to accept the fact that they have like less than a month for the upcoming exams while fasting at the same time? It's not, it could be convenient for them.
Yes.
If they just try to or learn how to manage their time and their health at the same time. I mean, while fasting, they could be studying, they could be playing sports. It could be even much more easier than a normal day.
Yes.
How?
It's a great time you're doing this subject here on Nile TV, because we already spent about 7 years of Ramadan, and today is the eighth day. Okay, so all our students are now trained themselves for fasting and studying. They just need some fine adjustments. They need to plan their day. They need to have about from 15 to 30 minute walk per day. If they are still studying and they have lessons at school, they can manage to go to their lessons and lectures in the morning, and after that they have a nap and then start to study. One of the beautiful thing of the modernization and development of these days are the internet and the the interacting studying, or like what we have in here, Hisas Masr. It's a portal for the students up to the senior levels.
Give them
And
private sessions or something like that?
yes, yes, you just have to subscribe in on this site, and you have an open portal for the kids to choose the subject and choose the timing they want to see this subject. So we have to start with planning and preparing ourselves to what we will do next.
Right.
This for the child, for the students, and for
And the
parents
parents.
also. Yes.
But at the same time, there is something that is always there for debate, an issue, which is like 80% or 50% of the people would think that I'm fasting, then I have an excuse not to be able to perform my daily activities, or doing sports, or being nice to people,
Yeah.
or trying to tolerate the difficulties of the day and complexities concerning if I am an employee serving citizens or something, which is totally the opposite. While I'm fasting, I should be patient, I should be tolerant, I should be performing all my activities with conveniency, because when you're fasting, things you could move easily, and you have energy.
Yes.
How can we convince our kids and children and bring them up on these beliefs? Try to correct the other misconceptions.
Let's accept first that the first 3 or 4 days of Ramadan will be challenging for all of us, for our kids, for us, for everyone, because we changed our habits, we changed our daily routine. So we accepted that the first 3 or 4 days there will be a change. Accept the change and try to manage dealing with with this acceptance. After a week now, I think the body started and the mind started to be full awareness of the daily routine of Ramadan. So you have to practice as a regular day, as a normal day. And as you said before, the spiritual feeling of Ramadan will help you to maintain your power, and you have a lot of things to do, like sleeping well, like having a walk, like talking with each other in a convenient way to recharge our energy. The most important thing is to accept that we are fasting. There is a change in our body routine, and start to accept this and start to manage being changed. That's all.
But how to link energy with fasting? Energy is so much related to fasting. It's sometimes people understand the opposite or deliver the opposite thing. Since I'm fasting, I don't have any energy. On the contrary,
yes.
When you're fasting, you have a lot of energy, because you're not digesting food, you're not full, bulky, you're not dazed. There are lots of things that while you're on your daily routine that would lower your energy limits.
Yes. You're all right. You have to adjust your power during Ramadan by eating well from Maghrib to Fajr. You have to balance your diet. You have to have a lot of water, and you have to eat what makes your mind concentrated and fully aware. This will be the fresh green vegetables, bananas, and all these things will make your brain fully conscious. One of the most important thing is the oily fish. You have to eat fish once or twice per week during
Right.
Ramadan. As you are laughing, all of us are not eating fish during Ramadan. I think you
I
know.
only eat fish all
Yes.
my life. But regardless of nutritional side, of course, nutrition is very important. But we are mostly focusing for kids when we try to prepare them for fasting and coping with the holy month and trying to also perform the daily routine of studies. Like, how about training them also for spiritual traits, like reading Quran or reading,
Yes.
I mean, the book, or trying to read about history, about Prophet Muhammad and his deeds,
Sahaba.
and learning how to be pious, giving them tips about how to cherish or share these joyful moments throughout the day with other people, regardless of their religion.
Yes.
Like doing these nice gestures. These are this is the food of the soul,
Yes.
like they say. So how do we teach our kids these things?
You
What
have
are
to.
the
You
tips?
have to set. You have to
The
set a plan.
nutritious
No, no, no.
soul tips.
Yes, you have to set a plan from the start, because they will find themselves not concentrated. I have to study. I don't have time to read Quran. I don't have time to listen to history, to Islamic history stories. So just sit with them, very friendly, and organize your day. You have 1 hour for the spiritual learning. This 1 hour will be whatever after iftar or before iftar, something like this. Just organize the day and keep him studying for his duties for 1 or 2 subjects per day only, to have a time for the spiritual and time for the mind to concentrate in the subject that he's going to study.
And also, when it comes the time for the final exams, is it going to be different? I mean, the time of they're performing the exams, how is it going to be?
All of us think that we are not memorizing anything of what we studied, but we have the memory center in our mind. So just my advice to all my kids and students, as I always saying to my daughters, just calm down, don't stress, and all what you did will come to you, and you retrieve all the data once you are calm and you're in the exam. We have a good memory, but you have to concentrate in what you want to retrieve and not what you want to push it out. All of us are concentrating on what we want to push out. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be... What do you want? I want to retrieve my studies. I want to retrieve my data. Today I want to retrieve the history. Something like this will bring back all the memory they put during their studies.
Preparations for before Eid al-Fitr is something else also.
Yes.
And sometimes it becomes difficult. You become, if you train your children to fast and take the spirit of the holy month, and they totally forgot about what they had. I mean, the time before the holy month, and then they have to receive also Eid al-Fitr.
Yes.
Where is the role of the parents in these shifts?
Planning is
Which is the most difficult
yes,
role.
planning is the most important thing in every step we have in our life. So during the last days of Ramadan, we have to prepare them that we will end fasting next in 2 or 3 days. We will end fasting and we will return to our daily routine. We will do 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to tell them and prepare them that to be ready for the Eid al-Iftar. One of the most important things is while planning from the start of Ramadan, You have to plan with them that the first and second day of Eid is totally a break. They will not study. Don't tell them you have to study while everybody is celebrating the festival.
Usually
And
this is not the case, and they keep
yes.
studying when they have an exam, upcoming exam
No,
on
no,
the fourth
they
day.
just take a break, even a
To
half
enjoy
day
their time
to
and
enjoy their time. Yes,
enjoying the festivities.
yes,
But also, of course, this is totally right, even psychologically
yes.
and mentally. But usually students nowadays are under a lot of pressure. It's not
Under
like
a lot of pressure of their parents, not of
and from the educational system also. But at the same time also training our kids generally about the idea of the holy month is that it's not all about abstaining from food and then after the
Coming back to
iftar
food.
it's invading a whole a whole table of all kinds of food. This is not the idea of Ramadan.
Yes.
How can we deliver that message that Ramadan is not about food, it's not about stopping to eat, it's about feeling the difficulties of the unprivileged. It's about sharing, it's about stretching your hands to other people regardless of their color, their religion, their beliefs, their ideologies, whatever. You have to make peace with yourself in your soul spiritually to make peace with others. This is the holy month.
Yes.
Even some grown-ups do not understand that.
Yes. You know, as you said, it's a month of sharing. It's a month of social working. It's a month of gathering. It's a holy month of generosity. You have to be generosity of everything, of love, of giving, of caring. All what you give will come back to you.
Of course,
yes.
This is the core of Islam.
Yes.
And that's why the holy month was created.
Yes.
Just
but also,
to feel for others.
But also it's very important in fasting because as you said in the start of this program that fasting is very important to rest our gut, to have a break with our stomach and our intestine. It's very important.
Usually that's not the case with some people. It's the opposite.
It's even the 16-hour or the 14-hour we are fasting. It will relax our guts and relax our digestive system and make it regionalized or renewed from the start again. And one very important thing is the energy taken by digesting food is directed to other centers in the body to improve our white blood cells, to improve our immunity. As a lot of people think that during fasting we have low immunity. In contrary, we have more immunity system activities as all the energy and all what we used in our digestive system go to other systems and work very healthy.
That's very much true. And also, spiritually speaking, not religiously, it's a spiritual month. Of course, it is related to Muslim religion, but at the same time, it's a spiritual month and it's open for humanity at large to believe in God and to believe in goodness and to believe in prosperity and the best for all humanity, not only one sector.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, we ran out of time, but we're very grateful to you coming over to the breakfast show, Dr. Hossam Dwedar. You are a human development expert. Happy Ramadan to you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.